Sarinbuana Eco Lodge is located at 700 meters on very green slopes of an extinct volcano, Mount Batu Karu in Central Bali. It's about a 2-hour drive from Denpasar Airport. The Eco Lodge offers its guests a retreat into nature. Sarinbuana is surrounded by lush food forests and borders onto Bali's largest intact rainforest. The Eco Lodge is known for diverse bird life, spectacular views, and its garden-to-table meal.
So, the family moved to Bali permanently in 2000. Linda, myself, and 2 small boys. I already had a house up here in the mountains where we lived for the first 6 or 7 years, surviving financially by me working away from home in other parts of Bali in Indonesia. So that was an unsustainable amount of travel and a lot of time away from family.
And so we started a small business by building an eco lodge for nature lovers. Apart from generating an income for the family and allowing me to stay home, we also wanted to become more effective advocates for nature conservation in our community. At the time, we believed that our location, with really gorgeous views down to the sea and up to the mountain above, surrounded by productive food forests and being so close to an intact tropical rainforest, that we'd be able to attract enough eco-friendly guests to support a viable ecotourism business, which proved to be true. The Eco Lodge has been a successful small enterprise now for many years, and becoming a significant local employer has indeed given us more influence on issues of the environment and conservation.
I'm pretty proud, and I think we all are pretty happy with the pool. It was based on, work with water, a lot of wastewater actually.
We call the pool natural because it uses no chlorine or other toxic chemicals. It doesn't use salt either, which releases chlorine, and there are no electronic gadgets. We call it living water because, much like a natural stream or a creek, water flowing through gravel beds and aquatic ecosystems cleans out particles and removes nutrients, which keeps the water healthy, clear, and safe. Swimming in the pool, you see little fish, tiny shrimps, and vetiver grass root filters. It looks and feels like a lovely conventional swimming pool, but instead of using pool chemicals, designed mini ecosystems keep the water clean and crystal clear. A recent lab test found the water in our pool to be drinkable by government standards.
I think our gardens in general, they're about 0.85 of a hectare, a couple of acres or so.
We facilitated the planting of thousands of native trees to regenerate parts of the nearby rainforest, and more than 150 species of edible and medicinal plants are currently growing in our gardens. Our gardens are a major food source for the Eco Lodge restaurant. Many of the fruits, herbs, spices and vegetables served in the restaurant come from our own gardens, and we also buy produce from surrounding farms. Permaculture teaches us to design for diverse production systems with many beneficial connections between the components. We want our guests to see the connections and to get to know the plants, so we have complimentary, informative walks around the Eco Lodge gardens to explain the plants and their culinary, medicinal and other useful properties. It's a great way to see where your salad or veggie dishes come from, offering a more complete garden-to-plate experience. Apart from food production, another benefit of the gardens is an obvious increase in biodiversity over the years. And nowadays, there's around 100 species of native birds to be seen in and around the Eco Lodge. The third sustainability feature I'd like to mention is our wastewater management. It is not the sexiest topic, but I believe we should all be paying more attention to this issue because what we do with our liquid wastes, our black and grey water, has serious consequences for the environment. At the Eco Lodge, each building has a watertight, anti-sludge septic tank where mixed black and grey water are treated anaerobically before flowing onto a vegetated leach field. Nutrients, which cause massive problems in the environment, are harvested from the wastewater by microbes and vigorous plants, including vetiver and bananas. Our wastewater gardens have produced a lot of bananas over the years, actually.
I want to sound like a conventional business person now and say, number one, location, location, location. When I'm working with other people who want to set up a business, say, similar to ours, that's the first thing I always say is it should have the wow factor. So where we live has that quality, up in the mountains high enough, massive big views, very close to the forest, mountain one way, coastal views down the other way. So I think it's pretty mainstream that people need to walk in, well, at least ideally walk in and go, whoa. So I think that's, for us, one of our unique selling points because the location is unique. But of course, during the lockdowns and stuff, we were deadly quiet here. There was nobody. Everything was shut. But
moving into the second half of 2021, we have several kind of exciting projects going on. Our natural living water pool is such a success that we're now starting to convert existing pools and design new ones for other properties. Currently lobbying locals to open their own homestays or at the Eco Lodge itself. If the world keeps opening up, later in the year, we'll start offering eco-charters on our boat in Raja Ampat. Running eco-charters will be our way to spend time in Raja Ampat and to cover costs by offering charters to nature lovers to showcase a more sustainable way of running boat charters. And finally, it will allow me personally to continue reef conservation works with the local people, which is something that's really close to my heart.
The responsible traveler is looking for stories with authenticity and soul. I believe people will travel maybe less but better, and they want to experience something that is really meaningful and long lasting.